After we opened the Pine Hill database, we came up, selected the student table, and used the form wizard to create a form based on the student table. We then selected all the available fields, selected the columnar layout, and then chose our style. As I do not have the Clarity theme, I selected a different one. This was then saved as student data, as can be seen here. I then selected the text student data and changed it to be a more pleasing color. In this case, the blue-gray accent 4 40% lighter theme color. I next used the find command to find Jeff Teely and change the address field value for his name. In this case, I changed it to be 304 Forest Avenue. After this was completed, came to the end and created a new record. In this case, it has now been re-alphabetized, but it was for Kayla Nelson. We added the student ID and all of the pertinent information. The file then was saved and closed again. We next created another form using the form wizard, but this time we'd used sub-columns. This time we used the teacher. We selected our appropriate fields, and then we also selected student and selected the appropriate fields. In this case, you see we have teacher, student, and teacher with subform. We used the datasheet format, and then again selected our style. This was saved as contracts by teacher, as can be seen here. You can see the form layout was changed to be dotted, with the Takes Beginner staying as a solid line. All columns were resized to be best fit, and this was then saved again. Once again, this file was closed. The next step was to use the report wizard, which ultimately yield our student contract form. Again, we were asked to apply the Clarity theme, which I do not have on this version of Access, so I selected a different yet equally appropriate theme. The title Student Contracts was edited so that it showed up as 2 words. The font color was also changed, and then the contract ID field and the lesson length field were resized for best fit. The piano picture was inserted, and finally conditional formatting was applied so that any lesson cost over $200 appears in maroon color 5, as can be seen here. After double checking to make sure the formatting is correct and all of the fields fit properly, the file was saved and closed. And as always, the file was then compacted and repaired. It was then saved, and the whole file was closed.